So over the past couple of months, you've seen me apply a lot of skins on a lot of my phones. And usually I do this because one thing I hate about using phones without cases is how scratched up they get. And the one phone that I've used without a skin or a case is scratched beyond it's just crazy. And I actually feel so bad that I didn't get a case for this. I mean, I did get a case for it, but it was so heavy and bulky, I really didn't use it. So now I have a Galaxy Note 8 with a ton of scratches on the back. Now, these scratches aren't noticeable, to be honest with you guys. This is just, I'm particular about my phones being clean, and I don't like it when I see scratches on the back. So let me just clean it up. And when you clean it up, it doesn't look like there's honestly anything wrong with it. It looks like a clean Galaxy Note 8. But there's a few scratches here and there that I just can't stand. And I think that yeah, there you go. You can see a few of them on screen now. Overall, I'm just annoyed by them. So now I finally decided, let me put a skin on this. So what I did was, instead of going the usual Dbrand route, what I decided was I would try something a little bit new. So what I did was I picked up a skin from their competitor, Slickwraps. So Slickwraps is a interesting company because on their website they have so many more options, and they just seem like they're obviously a little bit better than Dbrand, but overall my experience with them so far hasn't been the greatest. In comparisons of taking time, this took forever to come in comparison to a Dbrand skin. Not to mention that this doesn't even come with a microfiber cloth. You know, they say that it does on their website and install page, but mine never really did. It just didn't. But the skin, it's okay. It's not bad, but I can still see that it's just not up to the quality mark in terms of Dbrand. Right here, you guys can clearly see there's like lines on the skin. I'm not sure why this is. It's just they appear for some reason, and it seems like the paper they used was already kind of imprinted on, and I mean, all this might be not noticeable when you put it on the phone, but right now on this white paper, it is very noticeable. So what Slickwraps recommends is on their own website, you got to start off with this back piece. So before I move forward, let me show you. There's also these two pieces. So this one is for the top, and this one is for the bottom, and you can put them on the front as well on the screen. I won't be putting anything on the screen. I'll just be applying the back. I don't even think I'll apply the sides and the bottom, but I'm not sure. I'll see. It depends on how I feel about the initial wrap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with this. So you can see this is a nice, a little bit of a different thing than I usually go for. This is kind of, this is a graphic. Now this is the glossy version. So I don't have a matte version with me, but I'd say that if you guys want to get one, get the matte one. The glossy just doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Probably it shines a lot more, it reflects a lot. So, and you guys can see imperfections a lot more. So definitely I'd say if you are going to pick one up, get a matte one, not a glossy one. So let me start off by peeling the skin off, the main part. So now what Slickwraps recommended on their website is you don't need heat to apply this one. You only need heat for the sides. This part of the skin is okay without heat. Just make sure it's all clean. Okay. So what they said was line it up with the camera and the entire cutout right here, and everything else should automatically line up. So let me just align it with the camera here. Oh. All right. So at this point, what you're supposed to do is now take it to the bottom and make sure that it aligns squarely as well. So in my case, it seems like it is. So as usual, what you do is now once you have it laid down like this, push from the center outwards. So be gentle with this. Push it center outwards. Make sure that if there's a bubble, you push it out before you go all the way down. And now that that's there we go. Push it. Now you can push the corners down like this. And all right, I am noticing an issue here. So it seems like the skin is a little bit too off to the right. So I'm going to try to lift this off and see if I can fix it. I'm not sure. It seems to be already on there real well. Let me just try to gently lift this up. And it is. All right. So as I said, just draw a kind of line like this on the center and push outwards. And you want to roll the edges, so just kind of roll them and follow them down. And it's actually looking fairly nice, I think. Let me just go ahead and do that. And as I said, the install does not require a hairdryer for this part, which is very nice. Makes the install process a little bit simpler. Now it's on a lot better than it was before, and I'm liking it. So I can still see these lines here, so I'm not sure if the camera... There you go. The camera is kind of picking it up. So there's a big line right across it from it, and it just doesn't look that nice. But in other terms, the skin looks really nice on the device. The colors are popping well, and it's stuck well, so that's not an issue. One thing I can tell you is that on the corners, you guys can see a little bit of the white, so you can see where the printing kind of ended and the stickers are. Especially around the camera, it's a lot more apparent. The cutting just seems like I don't know what it was, but this issue isn't really there on Dbrand skins. Now, one thing that I do like about the gloss finish is that it feels really smooth and nice to hold. That's the one reason I didn't go for the matte finish, because I've held devices with matte finishes, and they kind of, I don't like the feel after a while. I don't think I'll get annoyed with the feel of this. And as I said, the color just looks really well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply these side pieces, but I'm not sure if I'll keep them on or if I'll leave them off. So let me just start off with the top piece. Alright guys, so now I have the top and bottom pieces on as well as they will. And as I said, the installation of those pieces isn't the most appealing to me, but let's just continue on and see what it looks like with everything on. So next we're going to move on to the side pieces. So I'm going to start with this one because there's this the shield of Captain America continues on, and I want to align this properly. So let's move into it. All right, so very delicate. Okay, so what I'm noticing is this is very delicate and it gets stretched out very easily, so be careful with it. So at this point, honestly guys, I don't think I'm going to continue with this side piece, because if it's not lining up, there's no point to it. So let me know what you guys think about this wrap, the skin, I'm sorry. I'm kind of so-so on it. For the amount of money Slickwraps charges, the quality in comparison to Dbrand isn't just... something's missing, to be very honest with you guys. And I'm not sponsored by Dbrand. I'm not sponsored by Slickwraps. I've bought these with my own money, and this is what I honestly feel. So installing this part was a lot easier, but as I said, there's a lot of imprints and indentations onto the skin itself, which kind of ruins the look of it, and I don't know why or how it happens. Not to mention that these side pieces, they just don't align well with the rest of the skin, and they just don't go right. See, I understand if there's a gap on the top or the bottom on one side, maybe I screwed up the installation, but there's a clear gap over here and over here as well. So the skin just isn't made, it's not like perfected down to the inch, which Dbrand skins I've noticed are. So if you install them right, Dbrand skins, you can't even tell what skin is on there. It's like, it's because it like covers the entire device. So as I said, I'm just going to take off these bottom and top pieces as well. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm happy with the way this part turned out, and I will be rocking it for a while. I kind of like the look of it, but the rest of the skin I'm not happy with, nor am I happy with the quality and price of this. So I'll be doing a full review between this skin and a Dbrand skin to tell you guys the exact differences. So let me know what you think, or if you want to see something in particular about the two down in the comments below, so I can address them in the next video. And follow me on social media if you have any more questions and you'd like to ask me, or if you just like to stay up to date. And subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.